of State Chapter of People's Democratic Party raises committees to reconcile grievous parents and members in 7 days. State PDP caucus ratifies nomination of Mr. Moses Ekpo as deputy governorship candidate and running mate to Mr. Dum Gabriel Emmanuel in the 2015 governorship election. Community and organization appreciate groups and individuals for their contributions to development. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good morning and welcome to EKBC 45 News. I am Jeffrey Orok. The caucus of the People's Democratic Party in the state has congratulated Mr. Dum Gabriel Emmanuel for his landslide victory during the December 8, 2014 governorship primaries in the state. The party caucus also ratified the nomination of Mr. Moses Ekpo as the deputy governorship candidate and the running mate to Mr. Dum Gabriel Emmanuel in the 2015 governorship elections. In an 8-point communique issued at the end of a one-day meeting of the party caucus, members saluted Governor Godsluck Akpabio for what they described as a 7-star performance in the state, stating that this has resulted in his unprecedented landmark achievements in all spheres. The caucus also congratulated President Goodluck Jonathan for his performance, which has culminated in his unanimous adoption and nomination as a sole presidential candidate of the PDP for the forthcoming general election. The party's governorship candidate, Mr. Dum Gabriel Emmanuel, according to communique issued signed by the state chairman of PDP, Obong Polepo, unveiled the director general of his campaign in the person of Otuekong Idonsinka. This was unanimously adopted and ratified by the caucus of the party, as the chairman of the party was mandated to appoint and constitute the Central Planning Committee and other organs of the campaign committee. The People's Democratic Party in the state has raised committees to reconcile all aggrieved aspirants to the various offices and other members of the party within 7 days. Each of the committees has 7 members and is to function in each of the 3 senatorial districts of the state. At the end of a one-day meeting, the state PDP chairman also said that the Central Reconciliation Committee is headed by Senator Effiong Bob with Chief Vitalis Unang as secretary. The committee has Chief Otuita Toyo, Engineer Sam Inyang, Otuekong Idonsinka, Mrs. Atimu Puyo, Jerry Akpan, Mrs. Elizabeth Essien, Engineer Biletu, and Sir S.U. Akpan as members. Ikore Zone Reconciliation Committee has Chief Nduesi Essien as chairman, with Sir Adasi Obolom as secretary, while Mana, Obong Ekwe Atapo, Dr. Cosmos Udofot, Mrs. Atimu Uyo, and Barrister Christiana Akpan will serve as members. For Uyo Reconciliation Committee, Chief Utu Robert Akpan is chairman, with Dr. Nana Mbaba as secretary, and Barrister Gordy Moore, Obongawan Christiana Ebenna, Chief A.S. Akpan, retired Colonel Afangide, and Mrs. Akono Yangayi are members. Eket Zone Reconciliation Committee has Dr. Valentine Atta as chairman, and Barrister Edith Bassi is the secretary. Other members are Dr. Lambert Udo, Chief Michael Afangide, Obong Kingsley Peters, Senator Anetu Kun, and Professor Maria Ikorok. The caucus meeting was attended by the Governor Godsluck Akpabio, with the state party chairman Obong Polepo presiding. The deputy governor, the speaker of the State House of Assembly, deputy speaker, former governors, and national assemblymen, and BOT members, among others. Meanwhile, at his inaugural meeting at the state PDP secretariat in Uyo, the chairman of the Central Reconciliation Committee, Senator Effiong Bob, said that the meeting was to streamline modalities for the reconciliation of aggrieved members of the party. Senator Bob stated that the committee has a duty to ensure that loyal members of the party are made to return, despite issues arising from the last party primaries. He noted that the committee will avail aspirants, contestants and supporters the opportunity to express their grievances.
I want to say that despite any issue that came up as a result of the primaries, it is our duty as a committee to listen to all parties involved, whether as contestants or as aspirants or even a supporter. It's the duty of this committee to ensure that people are heard, people are given opportunity to vent out whatever they feel is not good. I will look at it and make recommendation to the party.
He appealed to loyal party members to return to the PDP, saying that the party's mandate is for the collective interest. Akwa Ibom State, he said, is a PDP state and that all members should return to the fold and work to ensure the success of the party at the 2015 general elections. He thanked the state caucus of the party for the caliber of people appointed into the committee and promised that members will discharge their duties to the satisfaction of all.
Election is coming up. We must keep our house in order to face the challenge that may be posed by other parties. You know, essentially, Akwa Ibom State is a PDP state, and we must ensure that it so remains. How do we do that? Is to keep our house in order, ensure that everybody within the party are reconciled to work together for the overall interest of the party. Whatever we are doing, since we have decided and agreed to belong to a political party called PDP, the umbrella is big enough to accommodate somebody. After all, power belongs to God. Whatever you are, it's a question of time and opportunity. Nobody knows what you will be tomorrow. Nobody knows what I will be tomorrow. And for this period, whatever somebody feels, we must look at it as a family matter and ensure that the party is kept intact.
The State Deputy Governor, Lady Valerie Beh, has been admitted into the traditional institution of the state as Aba Iban Akwa Ibom. This followed the conferment of a chieftaincy title on her by the clan head of Ikpan Noasang, Itebom Celestine Udia. Colonel Leda Mefreti reports that the ceremony formed part of the 12th edition of the Senate Day celebration.
In the name of Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. So you are now fully as a traditional ruler in the Akwa Ibom State. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost.
That was the conferment ceremony that changed the personhood of Lady Ebe in the face of traditional positionings as she assumes the title of Abai Iban Akwa Ibom. Conferring the title, Itebom Udia said it was in recognition of the deputy governor's sterling qualities as a leader, mobilizer, and women rights advocate. Itebom Udia, who said she gained his respect for her unwavering support to Governor Akpabio in the pursuit of the uncommon transformation of the state, congratulated Lady Ebe for being found worthy of the honor. He urged her and all those also honored to pep up their services to the people, stating that to whom much is given, much is expected.
We specifically commend you for your noble supporting role to our dear governor in bringing Akwa Ibom State to this time. I appreciate you all your good work. The entire people of the Senate Committee and indeed the Council of South deem it necessary to honor you with a chieftaincy title of Pillar of Akwa Ibom Women. Abai Ibana Akwa Ibom.
Responding, Lady Ebe said she was excited by the honor, especially for the reason for which she was honored, which according to her means her services to the state and its people have been recognized. Lady Ebe, who observed that the chieftaincy title was unique and amazing, said it would spur her to work harder for the growth of the state, its people and humanity. She commended the Esene people for initiating the market project, which is in its second phase, and pledged to support them to ensure its completion.
You have made a woman a chief, which is never done, with the chief of staff in my hand, staff of leadership in my hand. It's a thing I never ever expected. But I'm happy. I am being given this particular instrument by my people from Eke Central District.
The event featured entertainment by various cultural groups and a march past by members of Akiwol and villages in Esene. Colonel Edem Efreti reporting.
Renewal of license for tricycle operators in the state will begin on January 2, 2015. The Commissioner for Transport, Prince Godwin Togode, made this known during a meeting with tricycle operators in Uyu. Prince Togode explained that the of license is for those whose licenses have expired. The Commissioner said that the renewal of fee is 500 naira for a period of 6 months for every tricycle operator. He reminded members of the task force that their duty is only to check on ticket, and reminded tricycle operators to adhere to the approved state colors for their tricycles. The chairman of Akwa Ibom Tricycle Union, Comrade Sunday Ina, commended the good relationship between its members and the State Ministry of Transport and for programs that will improve the welfare of members. Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Transport, Prince Godwin Togode, can be reached by members of the party. These numbers 010902255 and 08095392229. The Secretary in the State Budget Office, Pastor Nicholas Ekarika, has spoken on the need for people to be faithful with whatever is entrusted in their care, so as to receive the blessings of God. Pastor Ekarika was speaking as special guest during an appreciation service by Glorious Nixon Limited, which took place at the headquarters of the company. The story is here presented in our studio.
The meeting, which started with praise, worship and exaltation, had staff of the company, the management and invited guests in attendance, thanking God for his love on the company in the outgoing year. The general manager, Engineer Monday Udo, highlighted the product of the company to include Nicklock Superior Paint, Nixon Eyeglass, Poly Bags, and Nixon Water. He thanked God for giving the company the grace to achieve the much it has this year and hoped for a brighter future.
Summary Opticians, a division of Glorious Nixon. And this is the product of the factory. This is the product.
Engineer Emmanuel Ekanum, who heads the Nicklock Paint department, said the day was to appreciate staff for their hard work and dedication since the beginning of the year. Engineer Ekanum believed that the company produces products that can compete favorably with others in different parts of the country.
We have more than 100 people seated here, which these industries have employed.
Why this industry were established was to assist Akwa Ibom State people, because government alone cannot do it.
The special guest, Pastor Nicholas Ekarika, thanked the management for creating opportunities for youth in the state to be gainfully employed and for celebrating their contributions to the progress of the company. Pastor Karika, who is also the permanent secretary in the State Budget Office, advised the people to be faithful with whatever is entrusted into their hands if they must receive blessings from God and man. The permanent secretary was accompanied by his wife, challenged people with ideas to come out and sell same to appropriate persons and institutions who will help them to translate their dreams into realities.
If you have an idea of what can be done, if you can knock it into internet and see how we can bring in a product, all that you need to do is to come up and share.
Mixing is for uniqueness, quality. This is purely alkaline water.
Gifts including bags of rice were presented to staff of the company in the spirit of the season. Patience John reporting.
More news after the break.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. A celebration time, a joy season, it's a Christmas time. And you don't want to be left out in this Christmas celebration. That's why we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Compliments of the season from the board, management and staff of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's good to be back. The Nigerian Civil Service Union, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, has appreciated God for his benevolence, for the achievements of the union and for a successful completion of the year 2014. The state chairperson of the union, Comrade Tina Sien, said during a get-together held at the State Council Office, number 20, Ekpenyon Street, Uyu, that it is the mercy, kindness and grace of God that have taken the union to the heights. According to her, within the period of 5 months in office, she has worked to ensure the refund of 7.5% deduction on the income of civil servants. She added that the union, during the period under review, trained and equipped its members to be able to perform their duties creditably, and that there has been a robust relationship between the government and the union.
We simply want to thank God for his faithfulness because he has been so faithful to us. We want to thank him for his goodness, thank him for his protection. We want to thank him for his guidance, most especially for his love and mercies, and for making us to be among the living today.
Also speaking, the chairman, Nigerian Labour Congress, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, Comrade Onyemusoro, thanked God for the union and member and commended it for being able to handle its affairs without much challenges. Meanwhile, the Akwa Ibom State Deputy Chairman of Labour Veterans, Elga Esemudo, has described the new chairperson of NCSU, Comrade Tina Sien, as a change agent who has been able to transform the union within a very short time. Elder Odo enjoined the members to desist from conduct capable of tarnishing the image of the organization. High point of the event were songs of praise and exhortation by Mrs. Margaret Adiapan, who advised them to use positions given to them by God to engender a good relationship and inculcate unity, patience and love among the members. Ikorokpafo community in the Nsirubium local government area Saturday rolled out drums to appreciate their sons and daughters who have made meaningful contributions to the development of the area. The event was held at Government Primary School, Ikorokpafuk, and attracted the traditional, political, religious, and the business class. Ambassador Samidem was a special guest of the occasion. Everyone has the details.
Preceding the reception was a worship session where the people praised and thanked God for His mercies and love. Welcoming the guests, the chairman on the occasion, Ambassador Sunday Sampson, said Ikorokpafo community could not hold back their happiness and appreciation to God for giving them people who have assisted in the development of the area. He specifically thanked Ambassador Samidem for his numerous interventions which have impacted positively on the community.
All our wives, sons and daughters of Ikorokpafo at home and in diaspora do humbly express our profound gratitude and appreciation to you on your efforts and initiatives geared towards our developmental progress.
Representatives of the Ikorokpafo Village Council, Mr. Moatauyu, those of Ikorukap, Usunginyang and others commended the effort of Ambassador Edem, whom they noted has transformed the socio-economic lives of the people and wished him more success in life. Responding to the honor done him by his people, Ambassador Samidem, who had served as an ambassador of Nigeria in Russia and chairman of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), expressed gratitude to the people for deeming it fit to celebrate him. He noted that he would not have achieved anything but for the grace of God and promised to do more for the betterment of his community. Various food items were presented by the village to Ambassador Samidem. Patience John reporting.
It was a celebration of the sort as members of the Methodist Church, Ikorobasi Diocese, the Nigerian Army and other sympathizers gathered in Ikorosute village, Orowanam local government area to bid farewell to Madam Adia Thomas Efok, age 102. The late Efok, a farmer and trader, was celebrated for her contributions to the development of Methodist Church, where she worshipped until death. At the funeral service, which was conducted at our residence in Ikorosute, Christians were advised to show love to one another as well as their positions in the society to impact positively on humanity. In a section on the theme, Consider One Another, the Reverend Item Udoinyang, priest in charge of the choir circuit of the Methodist Church, alluded to the biblical story of a rich man and Lazarus, noting that everybody is equal before God. He called on Christians to examine themselves and go to God for pardon, adding that without man shall see God.
One day, every one of us will lie down like man is lying down. But the problem is, I don't say the day, nor the time. But the time must come. Can you say the time must come? The time must come. How do you treat one another in life?
The disease biography read by her grandmother, Ms. O.M. Friday, indicated that the late Adia Efok would be remembered for her consistency, perseverance, and steadfastness in her Christian life.
Let's pray Patroness Nadia Thomas was the mother of all, dynamic in policy, model, generous, considerate, sympathetic, a counselor, mother to the motherless, a solution to all problems. Actually, those who knew her can remark that late Madam Adiato Osefok Adada was a source of authority to indecisive women, disciplinarian. She accepted trials and difficulties as part of life and used them to become stronger.
Testimonies were received from the church, family, and grandchildren, who all described Adiala, as she was fondly called by her admirers, as a devout Methodist, highly devoted to the teachings of Christ and the church. Members of the bereaved family, led by the chief mourner, Friday Thomas Efok, appreciated God for the successful burial of their mother. The body of the late Madam Adiala Thomas Efok was laid to rest at her residence, Ikorosute, in Oruwanam local government area. You can also watch AKBC TV news online by logging onto akbconline.org or follow at AKBC 45U or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. And now to end the news, the main stories again. The caucus of the People's Democratic Party in the state has congratulated Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel for his landslide victory during the December 8, 2014 governorship primaries in the state. The party caucus also ratified the nomination of Mr. Moses Epo as the deputy governor candidate and running mate to Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel in 2015 governorship elections. The caucus of the People's Democratic Party in the state has raised to reconcile aspirants to the various and other members of the party within 7 days. Each of the committees has 7 members and is to function in each of the 3 senatorial districts of the state. That's it on the news. Thanks for watching. The next news bulletin comes up at noon. I'm Jeffrey.